Good afternoon and welcome one and all. You join us for this T10 between Pakistan and Australia. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this exciting contest is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy and the one and only David Gower.
Well, thanks, Athers, for such a glowing introduction. I had an opportunity earlier to get down and check out the conditions for the day. And I have to say, I'd be very tempted to set my bowlers to work early. It's likely going to be very tough to score runs on this surface. The ball should be doing plenty. We really couldn't have asked for a better day. The weather gods are smiling on us and there isn't a cloud in the sky.
Thanks, David. It's time for the toss. Let's join them pitch side to see who'll be batting first.
The visitors win the toss and will bowl first.
Hazelwood has the privilege of bowling with the new ball. The umpires have signalled that they're ready. Let's get this game underway. Poor ball, all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides.
Pakistan won't be concerned picking up byes to start their innings.
Misses everything.
Hazelwood with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Beaten on the drive.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Huge edge.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength.
Oh, nice ball.
Just threw the shot too early.
End of the over, 5 offered. Pakistan are 5 for none. Stark, the left armer, is coming on to bowl from the southern end. Drives and misses everything. Rizwan got nothing on that as it goes over the rope.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Edged. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Yes, well taken in the slips.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Zaman, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
Up. Ball's in.
Immediately underway with some runs. Decide against the second way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep. No.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Zaman shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the media centre end.
Yeah.
Chance to run two.
Bowler.
Bad decision making. Thrown it to the wrong end and let the chance go begging. That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
We're done.
Incredible, what a grab.
Well, they lose at the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Hafiz comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Super shot.
That's an outstanding shot. Saw it early, not much width to play with, and driven through the covers for four.
Finch, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Unplayable, no reward, flying to the boundary. It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Strong throw in from the outfield, right to the stumps. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Catch it.
Middle that one, great timing.
Punched out of the middle of the bat with great timing. It's raced to the boundary.
Australia found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. Start from the southern end.
Nice ball. Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep. No.
Straight to the fielder.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Catch it. Up.
Fantastic catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball.
Wait there.
Great shot through the gap.
Keeper's in.
That's the over. Pakistan are 40 for 3.
Catch it.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
A brilliantly timed shot off the back foot. It just flew to the boundary for 6.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Ball.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Yeah.
This should be close.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Catch.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Catch him.
Great shot.
That ball was just an invitation that was accepted by return of post. Cummins will be disappointed with that delivery.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder? Finds the edge. Confident appeal. Could it be? Good catch. Out.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. The right armour is coming into the attack from the southern end.
Wing.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Bowler.
Gets off zero with that shot. That'd have been a little nervy. That'll settle the nerves.
Yep.
Thick edge.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Pads
Yeah,
away.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads and not the bat.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Nicked it!
Just threw the shot too early.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much though. Zampa with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messed everything up.
End of the over, 7 off it. Pakistan are 62 for 4.
Yeah.
Picks the gap perfectly.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yeah.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yeah.
Brilliant diving stop.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Wait. Yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Wait on. No.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
What a catch!
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Ali will be looking to make a strong start to their innings. Stoinis, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Waiting. Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Ali ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Edged it. Big shout. Gone! Fine catch.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Catch it!
Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Misses everything.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. And taken. Superb delivery.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Ali won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end. Absolutely nailed it.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall, on top of the bounce, and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe, but couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
They were wise to the run there. Excellent call. It was off the pad, and they got through quickly.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Nice and easy there to get off the mark.
Right off the middle of the bat.
All the way, got it right out of the middle.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear. Edged! Huge appeal. And gone. That's a fantastic catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field. Chance!
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good, fast running between the stumps gets them home.
Marsh doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling. A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Loud shout. Could well have been missing the stumps. Certainly wouldn't be the worst review.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. How close is that? Could be the wicket. Looking good so far, no issue with the bounce. Clearly impact in line, not much to argue there. Afridi has to go, ends up being a waste of a review.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out, and it certainly feels like this is close to the finish.
Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery, and a fine shot in the end.
Stoinis shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now. Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Wait.
Caught, gone. We thought it might be a good pitch to bat on at the start of the day, and we were right. It was a long, hard slog from the bowlers, and now it's a big total to chase down. A couple of big partnerships will be required to get these runs. This is a really defendable total. The openers will need to get their iron very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they're to have any chance.
Yes!
Nice shot, runs possible.
Warner gets off the mark.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
They'll want to make use of the extra delivery.
Yeah!
There'll be runs here. That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep!
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Yeah!
They'll get at least one.
Yep!
Not taken. A boundary, but not a convincing one.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Bit of a change up in the field now.
Yes!
End of the over. Australia are 10 for none. Wazim is coming into the attack. You see the left armour from the media centre end.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Wazim from the media centre end.
The captain trying to stop the rotation of strike with these field changes.
Yep!
Massive edge.
Keeper, keeper!
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Huge edge. Edge. What a ball.
A few moves made in the field.
Yes!
Good shot. A beauty.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for four.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yes!
Right out of the middle.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers.
Yes.
A lovely drive square. Ali did very nicely out there on the boundary. A couple on offer here.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yeah.
Big appeal.
Warner will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Yeah.
Big edge.
Keeper.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
Got hold of it. A pretty good bouncer. Enough control to get it away.
Exactly where you want your fielders to throw as a wicketkeeper, right over the top of the stumps.
End of the over. 7 off it. Australia, 29 for none. The right armour is... coming on to bowl from the media centre end.
Some adjustments to the field.
Yeah.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yeah.
Really good shot there.
Just perfection. A majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yep. Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
The captain bringing in the field here, trying to prevent the strike rotating. The captain going with an aggressive field. Khan with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yeah.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Hold on.
Straight to the fielder.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Ralph, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the southern end.
Wait.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Yes.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yes.
Couldn't have played that any better.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Warner has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yes.
Could that be out? Looks so.
Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just one risk too many.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Ali coming into the attack from the media centre end.
Changing the field here to try and stop the batters getting singles.
Yep.
Chance to run 2.
Ball is in.
That gets things going. Getting your first runs always helps settle the nerves.
Right there.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Right.
Misses out there on the short, wide one.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yeah.
Gets onto the front foot, and that shot is full of aggression. Sent high and long over the rope.
Right.
Can't get that outside the ring field. 9 runs added there. Australia are 68 for 1.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Maxwell is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on.
Yes.
They'd look for a couple here.
Bowler.
Good return, back from the deep. Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Got that away nicely.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yeah.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Bowler.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yeah.
Great shot.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Drives and misses everything.
Finch shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yes.
In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yeah.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Strong appeal.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Wait, yep.
There'll be runs here.
Bowler, bowler.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
7 runs added there. Australia are 90 for 3. Wasim has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie down one end. Runs have been flowing a little too easily.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Wasim from the southern end.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Yes.
Well played. Capitalised on the loose delivery on the leg side.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Misses everything. Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire. catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep, yep.
Nicely played.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Avoided the fielders. One bounce and four. Fantastic shots.
Khan given the ball for this final over. They'll need to bowl well. Here to win this one.
These two batters will have a lot of opportunities to score as the field comes in.
Beaten on the drive.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep, yep.
And that marks the end of the match. Australia have taken the victory. Thank you very much for joining us here for this match. Please take care and drive safely on your way home.
That win gives Australia a 1-0 lead in the series.
That's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you enjoyed the game and join us again real soon